Next.
Did you see the introduction slide, bro?
No. So now, CMV is a DNA virus that causes severe disease in patients with impaired immune system. CMV-infected patients often develop signs of immune dysfunction, such as immunosuppression and autoimmune phenomena. CMV also suppresses bone marrow myelopoiesis by infecting hematopoietic progenitors and their progeny directly, or infecting stromal cells and altering the bone marrow microenvironment. So, the epidemiology, CMV infection occur in US, infect about 30% of children and 50% of adults more than 40 years old. Also, CMV infection can affect and suppress bone marrow. In Hasan Sadikin General Hospital in Bandung, I met one case of CMV associated MDS in 47 years old male. So I would like to share you about this case. So the patient identity is Mr. H, 47 years old, married, and entrepreneur. He had a history of disease. 2 months earlier, before admitted to hospital, he had fever, and 10 days earlier, he had icteric, nausea, and vomitus. 7 days earlier, he had abdominal pain, diarrhea, and hematochezia. 1 day earlier, before admitted to hospital, he had somnolence. Physical examination revealed cervical multiple lymphadenopathy and hepatomegaly. From imaging, thorax X-ray, he had effusion and perihelial lymphadenopathy, and on head CT scan, found senilis atrophy. After that, she performed biopsy from bulbus duodenum, antrum, and angulus of Gaster. On 5th December 2023, we have specimen from biopsies, 3 pieces of biopsy tissue from bulbus duodenum, antrum, and angulus of Gaster, with equal size 0.2 centimeter in diameter. So this slide shows the microscopically gastric antrum, gastric angulus, and bulbus duodenum. In mucosa bulbus duodenum, still normal, and in mucosa of gastric antrum, we showed the groups of Slide. Slide.
Prof, we didn't hear you speaking.
Anthroplastic angle bulbous duodenum microscopically. Can you change the slide?
Prof, did you see the slide now? Biopsy from bulbous duodenum?
Yeah. So now biopsy from bulbous duodenum, antrum and angulus gaster on 5th December 2023. We got the conclusion is chronic non-active gastritis causes MV in angulus and antrum, and Helicobacter pylori was not found because we have a group of histocytes and similar cells. And in non-specific chronic duodenitis, reduced duodenum. So, history. After that, and home, and then the antivirus therapy. But in 4th May 2024, he came again in hospital with prolonged fever, malaise, myalgia, nausea and vomiting, decreased appetite, weight loss of 3 kilos in the past 3 weeks.
Prof, sorry, your voice is not very clear. Sometimes we can hear, sometimes we could not. Is your internet okay?
Apa? Boleh baca slide.
Yeah, it's okay.
We can proceed.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Rumah sakit.
You hear a beep sound? No. Okay. In thorax X-ray, they found bilateral perihilar lymphadenopathy, left pleural effusion, and no cardiomegaly. On abdominal USG, there was hepatomegaly, suggestive hepatitis, minimal ascites, and no enlargement of parailiac lymph node. gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, bilateral kidneys, prostate, and urinary bladder. Ultrasound currently show no abnormalities. So on laboratory examination, in 4th May 2024, from hematology, revealed pancytopenia with all hemoglobin, hematocrit, erythrocyte, leukocyte, thrombocyte lower than normal.
Thrombocyte, leukocyte.
From peripheral blood smear, we got normochromic isopoikilocytosis or ovalocyte. From lymphocyte decreased count, atypical lymphocyte, and thrombocyte normal count. Interpretation of peripheral blood smear was peripheral cytopenia with suspected inflammation. Anti-CMV immunoglobulin affinity 94.3%, high affinity. Anti-CMV IgG 650.2 AU per milliliter is positive. So the level of anti-CMV IgG more than 600 times than normal. So HBs antigen, anti-HCV and HIV non-reactive, PCR and culture MTB not detected. Or maybe we suspected here is infected by CMV virus. So in bone marrow morphology on 4 May 2024, cellularity, normal cellular impression, no bone marrow fragment and hematopoiesis found. Erythropoiesis relatively decreased. Granulopoiesis relatively increased. No activated histiocyte, macrophage, no macrophage phagocytosis process of hematopoietic detected. HLH. Thrombopoiesis, megakaryocyte positive, and for 15. And E ratio 33.77, finding 1. Interpretation of laboratory examination on bone marrow morphology in bone marrow examination show increased thrombopoiesis activity without HLH process. Possibly of mixed bone marrow cannot be ruled out.
Mixed bone marrow.
Laboratory examination. After laboratory examination, they performed biopsy from cervical lymph node in 15 May. Macroscopic biopsy tissue of cervical lymph node measuring 5.3 times 1 times 0.4 centimeter, white brown in color with spongy consistency. And after that, we got the microscopically specimen from cervical lymph node biopsy, the lymph node structure lined by connective tissue capsule. Subcapsular area consists of lymphoid stroma and lymphoid follicles in terminal centers. The sites are dilated. You can see there is around or oval-shaped cells with geomorphic nuclei and intranuclear inclusion, or we can call it cytomegalic cells, and the characteristic of eye cells. Yeah, there's any like that. You can show in these features. Slide.
Huh? Slow.
Okay, and also you can see coarse red pink cytoplasmic granule inside the circle. In cytomegalic cells are visible, and also rounded or oval shaped cells with pleomorphic nuclei and intranuclear inclusion. The characteristic of cytomegalic cells. So you can see these cells scattered in the lymph node. So the conclusion of biopsy from cervical lymph node, cytomegalovirus infection, cervical lymph node.
Ada hash brown omelette. Apa nak yang mana? Beef omelette.
So now they do bone marrow biopsy on 21st May 2024. Biopsy measuring like 0.2 centimeter in diameter. So you can see here the core biopsy of the bone marrow appears normocellular with more than 5 intertrabecular spaces. Consists of the hematopoietic cell there, and you can see also including myeloid and erythroid cell. Slide. From hematopoietic cell, you can see the dysplastic megakaryocyte stereo sizes ranging from small to large with hypolobulated morphology. So in the yellow arrow, you can see many megakaryocytes. So conclusion of this bone marrow biopsy suggestive of myelodysplastic syndrome. Immunohistochemical examination of CD34, CD117, CD71, CD61, and reticulin histochemistry suggests to confirm the diagnosis of MDS. Then we already done immunohistochemistry of bone marrow. So in CD34, there was positive less than 2% blast cell. You can see there. Then in CD117, positive also, less than 2% blast cells. And CD71, positive in erythroid cell, erythroid binding myeloid ratio 1:4. So on CD61, which can stain for megakaryocyte, positive in megakaryocyte from small to large, hypolobulated, scattered, clustering, and also can dysplastic features. So now we also stain with reticulin histochemistry, the bone marrow. So we can see here the reticulin fiber only if MF1. So very few of reticulin fiber or fibrosis. So on 21st May, the conclusion of bone marrow is myelodysplastic syndrome related to CMV infection with fibrosis. The resume of this case, 47 years old male has been diagnosed with MDS related to CMV infection. Physical examination showed multiple cervical lymphadenopathy and hepatomegaly. Abdominal USG also show hepatomegaly. Laboratory results show pancytopenia and elevated IgG and CMV with a titer of 652.2 per mil with 94.3% avidity. It is high avidity. Gastric and cervical lymph node biopsy result concluded CMV infection. Core biopsy of bone marrow revealed suggestive of MDS. Histochemistry result confirmed the diagnosis of MDS related to CMV infection with fibrosis. The patient is currently on antiviral therapy and is clinical improving. Right. So, cytomegalovirus is double-stranded DNA virus, a member of HV family. Symptom rectal bleeding, diarrhea, abdominal pain, fever, weight loss. The attack is most commonly involved, about 30% cases. Diagnostic approach from clinical serology, PCR, and histopathology. So the histopathology essential features you can see here, cytomegalic cells with oval eye, intranuclear violet inclusion. So this cell should found in organ which infected by CMV. So CMV detected a confirmation of diagnosis of CMV should be in immunohistochemistry for CMV. But unfortunately, in our lab, we don't have the marker of CMV for immunohistochemistry. So the case rely on examination from laboratory examination. So this is the pathogenesis of CMV. Can inhibition of EPC differentiation, inhibit of EPC maturation, cytokine secretion, and cell migration, inhibition of T cell proliferation or cell responses. So it can make immunosuppression. Slide. So CMV associated MDS. CMV can infect bone marrow progenitor cells and the marrow stromal cells. So it can make less responsive to colony's stimulating factor and decrease local production of hemolytic growth factor. So also direct infectious bone marrow affection with either maybe HIV or CMV can make bone marrow dysplasia. So bone marrow dysplasia is already recorded in medical literature, but the direct infectious into bone marrow, very rare of myelodysplastic syndrome. So conclusion, prolonged CMV infection can affect the hematopoietic function of the bone marrow, resulting in MDS. Clinical symptoms, physical examination, laboratory result, and histopathologic examination are needed to make a diagnosis. Gold standard for CMV-associated MDS, diagnosis of histopathology and immunohistochemistry examination. Okay, I think it's enough for me. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you, Dr. Damira.
Thank you, Prof. So now I open the floor for a question and answer session, Q&A. The audience may ask the questions either verbally or by typing your question in the chat box. We also welcome anyone who wants to share their thoughts or experiences or give input regarding our topic today. All right, so I think there's a few questions in the chat box. I will read them for you. Prof, what is your opinion on glycophorin A versus CD71 for identifying the erythroid colonies? Is CD71 much cleaner, less pickup on the background of the RBCs?
I cannot clear hear your talk. Maybe in how can I see the question in here, Dr. Damira?
You can click on the chat box at the below and check blood the right straight side.
Which is which one?
The most right one at below. It's below, right? There's a, it says chat.
Okay. Okay.
From Dr. Faiz, the question is, what is your opinion on glycophorin A versus CD?
Yeah. Well, what is your opinion on glycophorin A vs CD71 for identifying the erythroid colonies? Is CD71 much cleaner or less pick up on the background of red blood cells? Yes, I never use glycophorin A, but I use CD71 for identifying erythroid. So the erythroid is very clear in CD71. So I cannot compare with glycophorin A.
Okay, second question.
Okay. Second question. Apart from dysplasia, what other changes can we see in the bone marrow trifine in CMV infection? So there's no pathognomonies disorder or abnormality seen in CMV infection in bone marrow. So the literature also said only maybe dysplasia one cells, one colony of cells in hematopoietic in bone marrow. So maybe dysplasia only.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, thank you. I just wonder, is the patient RFD positive? So there's no report for RFD positive in here. Can we differentiate it, OI of CMV infected cell and red Sternberg cells morphologically? Yes, I also doubt about this, but unfortunately, I didn't do the CD30 for this patient. But some literature said that maybe if we found the red Sternberg or our eye cells, so we also must think about the red Sternberg cells in hot skin. But in this case, we don't do the CD30 for identified red Sternberg cell for hot skin.
Okay, next question, Prof. Any cytogenetic or molecular analysis performed in this patient?
No, no. Any cytogenetic or molecular analysis performed for this patient? No. Can we identify CMV cell in Trifine as well? I have no idea about that. But maybe very, very rare and not yet performed for identify CMV cells.
Is there any more questions? Prof, as a hematologist point of view, I would like to know more about the mixed marrow because this is not common in Malaysia. Could you explain more regarding the bone marrow aspirate findings?
Yeah, bone marrow aspirate finding in here only they said they can do more conclusion of this aspirate finding because they said the bone marrow mixed by blood. So I also already asked about this because in Malaysia said the hemorrhagic. The term is hemorrhagic bone marrow, right, Dr. Damira? Okay.
We have other questions in the chat box, Prof. Does this dysplasia self-limiting?
Does dysplasia self-limiting? I think no, it cannot.
I think when after we treated with antiviral, like we eradicated the CMV virus, and then would the dysplasia revert back to its normal morphology?
Maybe I don't know about that. But once it's dysplasia, maybe cannot recover, right? How do we know if this dysplasia due to CMV or is this MDS? So because in this patient, chronic CMV infection, maybe a CMV infection, chronic CMV infection can make the dysplasia in bone marrow. So I guess this is because of CMV, chronic CMV infection in this case. Is there a repeat BMT after the treatment completed? So no.
So the patient never did a bone marrow examination before being diagnosed for CMV, right? That's why we didn't know whether if we have a baseline bone marrow, then we can know whether the dysplasia is due to the CMV or the MDS.
Oh yes, okay.
Is there any more questions? So if there's no more question, I think so before this session ends, I'd like to remind the audience to fill up the feedback form posted in the chat box. The slide presentation for today and the previous webinars can be accessed through the link given in the feedback form. Thank you, Prof. Betty, and thank you, Dr. Faiz, for their input and discussion. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank the audience for attending our webinar today. We hope that you benefit from our webinars and apply them in your clinical practice.
Sorry, Dr. Damira, there is another question in the chat.
was about to address this. Okay, Prof. Betty, there's one more question. Has the FVC or dysplastic features on peripheral blood improved after treatment?
I don't know exactly. Maybe can improve after treatment. Is it okay? Hello?
The patient hasn't completed the antiviral therapy, is it?
Pardon me?
The patient has completed the antiviral.
Yes, until now, he has still has the on treatment from antiviral therapy.
Swabilah, dissipation. Assalamualaikum and good morning, Sejahtera.
Thank you very much for joining us. Bye. See you next time.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much for the input. Very nice.
Thank you, Prof.
Dr. Raza, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Prof,
you,
for
thank you.
the invitation for this
Dr. Belyuza, Dr. Enda.